First season where our new quarterback, Anthony Richardson, is playing. Now, the Colts is already 2-0 right now, which I'm about ready to beat the Ravens. So, I hope you guys are ready for this video, because I am. Let's get this started. Here's my Madden NFL game for tonight. Hello.
What you doing?
Get ready to do a YouTube live on Madden now.
Oh, okay. I was just calling to see what was happening.
Not much. Tonight's just been a really relaxing night.
Good.
I'm glad that I did not go to the community room.
Why? Is there a lot going on?
No,
No.
no, I don't need that stuff, remember?
You don't need that stuff. I agree. Yes, sir. I do agree.
Alright, I'm gonna get playing now.
Okay.
Alright, goodbye.
Alright, goodbye.
Alright, you guys, let's go up against the Baltimore Ravens as the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Cam, if you're watching, if I get an interception, I hope you're going to be happy. Because I got my first interception as Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore.
Welcome to Weekly Strat. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent.
Alright, let's get this started.
Today.
It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Richardson will throw to start out here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, Charles, we're going to look here at the Colts 2023 draft class. Contributors up and down their 11 selections. But, of course, it's really going to be remembered for that name at the top, the new face of their team.
Anthony Richardson, he continues the trend of dual-threat quarterbacks expected to take over the league, and he might be the next level. What an athlete. And how about the rest of the picks? Great value with quarterbacks like Julius Brents, wide receivers like Josh Downs. They should see the field plenty as rookies.
That one good for 37 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Colts at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. That's
going to be taken in by Downs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Josh Downs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. They'll let Taylor try and run. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback charge. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now a 2nd and 10. And they run with Edwards off the option. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. 3rd down and 6. Jackson now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be 1.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 49 yards. And the Ravens have come back to make it a 2-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Taylor. They find some open field here. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Richardson looking to throw this. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Richardson out of the shotgun. And fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, stays up. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. This pass caught. It's Woods. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a...
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Jackson on first down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Edwards. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. They'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
2nd and 10. Richardson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Richardson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Jackson leaves it with Edwards on the draw. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 3rd and 2. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you...
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's the type of run we expect out of Taylor. We all remember his all-pro season in 2021, leading the league in yards and touchdowns. Not quite those heights in 2022 when he missed time with an injury, but in only 11 games, still reached nearly 900 yards. When he's healthy, tough to find a better runner in the league.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
From the shotgun, Richardson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On second down, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Jackson looking to throw on third. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Jackson, options out left. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
He's got a man, complete. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Beckham, 45 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Indy set to go on offense once more. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. throw is Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Off the option, here's Edwards. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Jackson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 6 coming up. Jackson from the shotgun. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. A big play looming on third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Jackson to throw. And this is going to be home in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now. Because
and I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Here's Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing, Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Oh, yeah!
Just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they were in danger surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
And he is going to have a Colts first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning.
Oh man, you guys, that I gotta tell you guys something. That right there brought me some tears. We're gonna do one more, and then I might sign off and get ready to go to bed.
Today.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. First run now for Kyron Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Well, they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Taylor again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 13 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
The throw over the middle taken in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3rd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. And he is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a couple of the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Richardson back to throw it. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Richardson going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. it's Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Patterson's kick is good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. 36 yards on the play.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. For an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Moss, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Moss punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have regained the lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. A give to Williams, running right. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Stafford now to throw. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Richards into the air on 1st down. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for Andy. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They'll let Taylor try and run. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Stafford on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Pass complete there to Nakua. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To the air again, Stafford. Touchdown, Rams! Puka Nakua with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we hit halftime, and we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On first down, Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Ethan Carter taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They run once more with Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And his throw's going to be Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now this
God!
Touchdown, L.A. Tutu Atwell, 39 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here. Oh, a leap and he will make the catch. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on read.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Stafford. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. First target, first catch, and a first down.
The tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again, it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stafford now to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. Here's 1st and goal. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard. Now Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off. Throwing now is Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A up the middle. Here's Taylor.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, guys, have a great night, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Close at half, close down the